Welcome to Caffeine Chapters in Chaos. I'm Haley.
I'm Babes.
I'm Chantel.
I'm Sammy.
And this episode is the ultimate reader debate. There will be no judgment here. Okay, that's a lie. There will absolutely be judgment. If you've listened to any of our episodes, you know we love to judge. Let's get into it.
Kindle versus physical books.
You know, here's a hot take, I guess. I love them both equally, and that sounds stupid, but I absolutely do, because if I'm out by the pool, I'm not taking my Kindle. It's going to overheat, and I want a physical book out there. But if I'm laying in bed at night, I don't want to have 40 lights on trying to read my book. I don't like book lights. I don't want any of that stuff. I like the Kindle because I can turn down the backlight on it and it not blind me while I'm trying to read in the middle of the night. I also feel like I read faster on my Kindle. So books that have like longer chapters, like Finding 13, Daggermouth, I read them so much faster on my Kindle than I could physically. Not saying that you have to read them faster, but for me, it was like easier to get through the chapters and not end up like getting distracted, ADHD, like doom scrolling.
Yeah, I agree on that. Like, I did the same thing. I feel like I'm the same way you are, though, with that. Like, I'll have my Kindle a lot of the time if I'm in certain places, but if I'm not, then, like, I just don't want to have lights on. And, like, agree. Like, most of the time, the ones that are for books ruin the book anyways, because you're clipping them onto the book. So you're ruining your pages, or you're crinking your pages doing that. It personally bothers the crap out of me, but I do find with the Kindle, I am faster reading on certain books that I would not be able, like, I'm not reading that physically. I don't think I can do that. I mean, I might fiddle around with it at the same time just to tab and not have to be tabbing later. But like, I might just figure that out with the color tab system on Kindle. So we'll see what happens.
I was about to say you can highlight in different colors. You're good.
Yeah.
I think with the Kindle, like especially like if a book's really thick, you feel like you're reading faster because it's
Yeah.
you don't see how thick the book is because you're on the Kindle, right? So it's like this illusion that if you have the book, you're like, ooh.
That is
Does
true.
feel different.
I do feel like it's a little bit, and maybe this is just me as a little bit of a speeder on the road. If you're the popo listening, no, you didn't hear that. That's fine. But like, if my GPS just says a certain time, I want to beat it, right? Well, the Kindle tells you your like reading speed and when it thinks you're going to be done. So I'm like, no,
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to win this time.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel so like I've had a Kindle before, and then I just didn't really use it as much. I'd rather just have like the Kindle app on my phone, but also I find I use the Kindle app more so for the assistive voice on a book that doesn't have audio book.
Okay.
So like lots of like indie authors and such. Now, you can't use assistive voice on like an ARC because, most ARCs, you receive them ebook, you receive them digital, but it's not an ebook file for Kindle per se. So like you can't use assistive voice on an ARC. But like I've bought books from indie authors, or there just isn't an audio book for it, and I just use the assistive voice while I'm listening to it while I'm driving and such. Yeah, it's a robot, but like, I mean, it works.
Yeah, I like the Kindle for like if I have the physical copy, but it's sprayed edge and I don't want to crack open the sprayed edge, I will go straight to my Kindle and let's be so for real. I'm not gonna crack the book if I don't have to. It's beautiful. I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
I say Kindle, but I have an Amazon Fire tablet. I don't actually have a Kindle, so like Steve's, I'm using the Kindle app, and I do like that. Like when I go from my phone to the tablet, like it will still know where you're at. So if you forget to bring your Kindle tablet, whatever, with you, that you could just pick it back up. I mean, same thing with but because you have a bookmark, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like there's just a time and place for any
Is
way to
anybody
read.
here guilty of reading on their phone, Kindle?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I've read
All
it
the
on my
time.
phone. That's a brutal read. Like
It is a lot
I don't know
harder.
about
And
anybody else out there.
I love how even Kindle is or tablets or whatever are coming for us now with the you have to pay extra money so you don't have ads so you can put whatever like lock screen you want to have instead of like you have to pay like extra $20 or whatever, and it's just the idea of them putting out like 50 covers of the same book. They're trying to find like little ways to just make you spend money here and there. So Kindle books obviously are a little cheaper. You pay more like up front and then you end up spending less. So I think they're like a more affordable option for people, especially with Kindle Unlimited too. That's where I've found some of my favorite authors, and authors that aren't as well known, like Aubrey Bondurant, who I'm going to the Vegas signing to help her sell books. I found her on Kindle Unlimited and devoured her entire backlist. So I wouldn't have that without the tablet.
Well, also like with Libby, you can still like borrow an ebook from your library and just send it over to your Kindle or your Kindle app.
Yeah.
I also feel though like as a practically blind person, it is nice to be able to adjust the font to 20 if I need to.
Yeah.
Why did I feel like that was directed at me, you guys? I felt like she was staring at me as she said that. Like we were
We
just
all
talking
were.
before.
Lift it all the way up.
We all
almost.
were.
Before we started recording, they were talking about things that happen with glasses, and I'm like, couldn't be me. And then they're mad at me. But you know what? Like, if that's the only thing not wrong with me is my eyesight, they should be happy for me.
I am gonna say for our listeners and like our other fellow readers out there, if you do have Kobo though, or like any other means of like a Kindle concept, like I want to know what you have to say in the comments about it, because I don't have that and I've wanted to switch over, but I've had my doubts, and like you hear so many things on TikTok and it's like really hard to like gauge what really is good or not for that. And I do want to know, like, do you get a lot of the like well-known books that we get on Kindle? Like a lot of the books that you do get on Kindle Unlimited, thankfully, are well-known books. And it's kind of like, I want to know if there's like that difference between the two. So
I want to know who's guilty, because I already know in this room who is, of thinking that reading on the ebook readers will save you money and then you just buy your book trophies afterwards. So it didn't actually save you any money. You just buy the book twice. Oh, it's just me? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the shelf trophy too, honestly.
Yeah,
And especially when it's
I'm sitting
indie.
here like, Beebs, hello, please.
Yeah. But also especially when it's indie, because when I found out from an indie author that they get more in their pocket from you buying the ebook than the printed, even though the printed is more money, they get more in their pocket from an ebook. So I'm like, do whatever you want. I'll buy both. But
That's what I did. I have all of Aubrey's books on my Kindle and on my shelf. I'm like, however I can take in your beautiful work, I'm going to, all the different ways.
No offense, Amazon, but that's robbery. Like,
it really is.
It really is.
And all the offense, we're judging you, as we said we would be. Another one on our list that I feel like is pretty equal for me, but I know it's like a hot topic for a lot of people, is the paperback versus hardcover. I genuinely don't care either way. Honestly, if I'm reading a paperback or a hardcover, I do feel like sometimes paperbacks are easier to hold, and so sometimes that works. And like with a hardcover, I take the dust jacket off a lot of times because I don't want it to get damaged. But I could take or leave it. It doesn't bother me as much. So I want to know your guys' take.
I have carpal tunnel, so I love a paperback for that reason. Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
For those of you on Spotify, I was just moving my thumbs.
But the hardbacks tend to be way prettier.
No,
so true. It's like I have a few books where I have both copies. I have a hardback copy, special edition, and then I have just like the regular paperback edition,
Yeah.
just so that I was, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this one's really pretty, don't really want to crack it, but this one's easy to hold. I want to read it type deal. So to me, like, I buy both, but I would much rather a paperback over a hard copy any day of the week, just to read physically.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it depends on the size of the book, like when it comes to thickness, because sometimes a really thick paperback is more of a pain
It's
to
the way you
handle.
emphasize the way thick, though, for me. Like, you emphasize that one word so much compared to the rest of that sentence.
But
For example, Kingdom of Ash, When the Moon Hatched, all the Crescent Cities. Like,
I'm sorry.
trying to read those without cracking the spine is like a mission.
Because really,
Babes
though,
had
people
Babes
reading
had to
books,
no, hold on, because Babes had to teach. Oh, don't even get me started
No,
on
don't
that
do
shit.
that.
Babes
No,
had to
see,
teach
yeah.
me and tell like how to like open up like and like
Oh, you mean the thing down the middle of the paper?
yeah
Connected.
yeah,
Okay.
and so that way
Especially a
like,
thick one.
So
Yeah.
before
can I
even
ask
Beep
why
showed us,
people like
I've seen that online. That's why I was like, I was aware of that being
why?
done. But like, I'm okay. So for me, hardcover over paperback is a very difficult situation, and that's just because like I have a lot of paperback, but but it goes two ways. I have an issue with hardcover because some books I want specifically in hardcover, which is really odd to say. Like it's more like I can always never get it right. Dungeon Crawler Carl is sorry, that took me a minute. I'm not good with
I
that
have
one.
an aneurysm
I
trying
have
to
a
say
really
it.
hard time with that one. With Dylan laughs at me because every time I try to say it, because he's gonna listen to it with me. So that one I bought in hardcover because I want to tab it, but I was like, I want it in hardcover for some reason with that. And also I really like the way it looks in hardcover, that it like that whole series. But
I
like
feel
Fourth Wing, I would
think
never have been able to get paperback. I just don't think I could ever do it,
yeah,
even just to have the copies. No, 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 no. But like,
but also they
if
wouldn't match if it's a series.
yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm like, no, thank you. Peeps is like,
And I feel like our bookshelves would be boring if every book was the exact same size.
yeah,
Like, right? You can't have any kind of like design or difference
Yes.
in the way your shelves look without it. But I do have a bone to pick with publishers real quick, because why we always got to put the hardcover out and then wait another year for the paperback? Like, please.
Yeah, we're sick
And
of
we
it.
have both. We're sick
It's
of it.
2026. You know we're gonna buy it. Stop playing with us. You know, back in the day, I understood the whole ideology of, well, we want to see how many copies we're gonna sell before we put out the paperback, and I understand that. But it's 2026. TikTok, Book Talk has blown up. We're gonna buy the fucking book. Just fucking put it out.
Okay, but what I find
But when did
weird
it
is
flip?
Especially because
but that's what I was gonna say. It
the
flipped
Court of
because I
Thorns and
remember
Roses
paperback was
series
more.
now I have to wait extra time to get book fucking 6 and 7. What like why?
Yeah.
Why do we have to wait now? I all
I don't know.
No, but like it did flip.
Especially when you know that in other countries it's already out in paperback first.
Okay, listen,
Right,
I love SJM right now, but like, come on, why are we bringing out hardcover after you had paperback for the last how many books on that series on Akadar?
and it's one of the most hyped
You
books.
mean all of her books, the entire freaking universe? Just for the record, would you like to know when it started? It started with Crescent City 3 because Crescent City 3 came out hardcover first, and a year and a half later was when it came out in paper.
A year and a half.
That was
like,
last year. Okay.
No, I can't. I literally can't. And tell me why the German editions are always the best, sprayed edges.
Or the
and
Korean,
books.
the Italian.
No, I agree with
Spanish?
Every time I see
Haley.
that.
I've seen even the like Japanese editions and stuff like that. Like they're gorgeous, but like I agree with Haley. Germany, y'all get the best freaking the best.
The way I've
designs on these
debated like
books is
buying
crazy.
resale of some of those because they're stunning, and I'm like, you do not need it, and that's a lot of money, but like they're just stunning.
Yeah.
And I'm so frustrated with the idea of that. Like Sammy said, you already know we're gonna buy it. Just take the ACOTAR 6 and 7 coming out as an example, because you know that this fandom like runs deep through all readers, right? Like even people that may not be on Book Talk or whatever love this series, or maybe are just starting it for the first time because they know book 6 and 7 are coming out. And like there's 40 million editions of this series by this point. You know, I have like an all black series.
So I'm waiting on Insatiable to have that happen, because it's been such a popular dark romance book, and yet you still don't have a hardcover. Don't get me wrong, love you, Lee Rivers, like great book, great series.
I don't blame the authors at all.
On it, like
it's the publishers.
It's the publishers. Yeah, this is no hate to authors.
Your shit together.
The authors, like, I don't think they would care if we're like, hey, here's your book in hardcover and paperback at the same time, so your readers can decide which one they want.
Yeah.
But like, if they're popular enough, they should be able to fight for it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're popular enough, come on.
But it's almost, okay, so this is what I feel like about with music artists too, right? In vinyls that come out, and they put them out in like 8 different color vinyls. And there's really nothing more different about it other than different covers. And trust me, I still buy books that are the same exact book with different covers. But it's a marketing and a money grabbing type scheme that works. It works. They know that we're going to buy multiple copies because they're slightly different. And so, of course, they're going to put out only one at a time, because you're going to rush out and buy that one. And then the moment that one is like sold out everywhere or the edges are gone, then they're going to put out another one that's going to make you go into a crazy frenzy to buy two. It's a strategy.
The Moon Hatch.
We're just learning this because they're doing it with, I don't know what series that she's reading. They're doing it with like a Barnes and Noble, Target, and Amazon edition, and she's like
Walmart.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, honey.
Welcome.
Welcome this is what they do to us, and but
it works. As readers, we are enabling them because we do buy it, we consume it. So
not all of us do, but yes, most of us do. So you're not gonna get me.
If you're gonna judge me, I'm not gonna buy you any more books. All right, you better watch it.
First of all, I wasn't judging you. I was just saying I don't have the money for it. And the only reason I
bought my 6th copy of Half City today, and I make no apologies for it.
You don't need to apologize for it.
Did you freeze or did the camera freeze?
Was it me?
Sammy.
I think you froze because nobody's frozen for me.
No, it was for like a millisecond.
I was counting how many Half Cities I had. I was counting.
Are you sure you just didn't blink for like a second longer than you should have?
Okay.
Possibly.
I feel like moving on to a topic that
move on to our next topic. Yeah.
I guess I do have a little bit because I keep my books as pristine as possible, but like I just don't use tabs. So I'm gonna defer to my peoples here.
I feel like we've touched on this topic before.
It was just in our last segment about tabs because you guys were making fun of the fact that I'm the only one that does
what's the word? What's the word, Tell? What's the word?
Annotating.
I feel like that's the only reason that we have this in here is just to have her say that again.
Just to have to
honestly.
Okay, well then we're gonna skip
just
over.
Let me do it naturally. It would have just happened, but we didn't let me do it that way. It's fine.
I have to say because there's one that I want to talk about, and it's like audio books versus physical books. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I was you guys are all cheaters doing audiobooks, right? And we all know that about me. I was like, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating. I never listened to an audiobook. I have ADHD. And autism, so it's real fun right here. But ever since I started immersive reading, I cannot stop listening to audiobooks, and I love audiobooks. And I went from totally against it, you guys are a bunch of cheaters, to I'm a cheater now, and I don't care. Unapologetically a cheater, and I'm listening to audiobooks all day long. I'm in
You're
the
welcome.
car, in the school line, waiting to pick up the boy, listening to my book.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Beebs, you were bouncing up and down for this topic, so I need you to throw your 2
I
cents
have
in.
big feelings. I have
Yeah.
big feelings about audiobooks, and I know too much about audiobooks. I'm so picky. It's bad.
Which has definitely seeped into me being picky, and thank you for that also.
No, and
You're
if
welcome.
it wasn't like honestly, if it wasn't for Beebs, I probably would not have did. I think my first immersive was Fourth Wing, because that's when Beebs had recommended for me to do
You're
that.
also welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's also going to be my first audio is going to be Fourth Wing. I'm not there yet because I'm like slumping with everything in life right now. It's a little stressful. I haven't really been able to read much lately, but it will happen soon, you guys. It's going to be wild on an episode when I'm like, guess what I did, you guys? I
think that's what
listened to
makes
a
me
book.
feel like
Which totally
happy and
sucks
sad
for
at the same
me
time.
because I physically read the first 2 books of Fourth Wing.
Mhm.
I have not read Onyx Storm yet. I have not gotten there because I'm not in a rush to read it, obviously, for obvious reasons. Because Rebecca wants to act like she's Sarah. Any Hoosers, I love you girls. Sorry. All due respect. But I am now an audiobook girly, and like I can't go from like I didn't listen to the first 2 books. How am I going to jump into listening to audio on the 3rd book? So now I have to
and listen the second time around.
There you go.
Are you? You're like bouncing.
Sorry,
I want to
I'm
know.
sorry. It's just because. Okay. Thinking about the same. Okay. Whoa.
Beebs, you gotta slow it down and let words actually come out.
The brain needs to slow down first before
Brain
she
has to
can
catch up.
open.
Oh, she's so excited, you guys. She can't even put together a coherent thought.
That's all, folks.
I'm trying to say it all at the same time. I'm trying to say everything all at once.
I was like, I'm not sure I even understood where we were going at any point in that sentence.
I understood everything. She needs to say no more.
Audiobooks has the same problem as physical books when it comes to like the paperback and hardback. Like I feel like audiobooks there's this same argument because and Sammy you've only recently had to experience that. Because with Book of Azrael, how they'll split it in 2 parts, but then they won't release both parts at the same time. So you have to wait a couple months for the second part. Okay, but also there's more. There's more. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Fourth Wing as the prime example. I did graphic audio for Fourth Wing, Iron Flame. Onyx Storm comes out. What comes out? The regular audio. To wait 8 months for the graphic audio?
I feel like what we've established is that none of us are patient when it comes to waiting for certain books to come out.
Because why are they making us wait?
Right?
They're making so much money on why?
Yeah.
I think, okay, as a not yet audiobook girly, okay, not yet, we'll get there. I do want to hear your guys' opinion on like dual narration versus like a single narration.
Oh no, wait. Because wait, there's regular narration, there's dual, and then there's duet. And those are all 3 very different things. And I have
And
very strong feelings about all of them.
I want to hear it all, Beebs.
I can tell you right now, I need, or if you, it drives me nuts when it's a male narrator or a female narrator, and then they try to like deepen their like a woman tries to deepen her voice for the man's part. Like please don't do that. Please stop doing that. Like I can't. It's annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Can you just find a man to just read those lines, please?
No, but see, here's the thing. That's dual. So, like, dual narration, you've got multi POV, you've got a male, you've got a female, and the male reads the male character, the male's chapter, and the female reads the female's chapter. But the dialogue doesn't mash.
Mm-hmm.
So that man is not reading the man's words in the woman's point of view.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's a duet, then yes, they are.
Right.
I feel like I should be taking notes, you guys. I'm in school right now. Okay, tell me more.
How do we know
So, like, okay,
though if it's okay, hold on, but I can understand that in audio. That makes sense in audio, but how does that work in physical? Because we don't know as physical readers then if the male is reading in the female's POV.
What do you mean?
So, like, that makes sense to me in the way that you're saying, okay, a duet means that in her part of her chapter that she's being POV'd. When he says something, you're hearing it in his voice because he's,
Correct.
yes, that to me is duet. But then when I'm looking at, if I was physically doing the book like this, without my headphones, no audio, how do I know?
It's just multi
because
I'm reading it as her reading it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Well, but see, no, here's the thing. It's only the dialogue.
Mm.
So,
okay.
like,
When they're
when
speaking to each other.
Yeah.
Not their
So, like,
thoughts, but like when they're
if
physically.
it says, Zayden says this,
Yeah, no.
It's a male voice saying it. It's not a woman's voice trying to sound like me, and vice versa. Yeah.
I get why authors write single POV. I get it. However, I want to know what both main characters are thinking. I like when the chapters change over each time from male to female or female, female, male, male, whichever type of book you're reading, whatever. The two main main characters, I want to switch between them. And I love in a good thriller where you throw in a villain point of view, and I don't even know who the villain is yet, but I get to see their point of view in a chapter. Love that. Eat it up every time. So I think like if I was listening to an audiobook, I wouldn't like just a single narrator because I don't even really love reading books where there's only a single point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like though too, if you're gonna commit to multi POV, you gotta commit series all the way through the series.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Agree.
I have not had my caffeine. Sorry, y'all.
We're all old, as we established last episode. It's like I can kind of tell when Sammy's hitting a wall sometimes when we're recording. That time was different because like we had to re-record 20 plus minutes of stuff. But like, and this time we started a little late because we our brains are broken. It's Friday. None of us even know where we are right now.
I found my son underneath the bed this morning. He was sleeping under the bed, and that is not even the worst thing that's happened in the past 2 days.
That's just how today started. So we pivoted last minute on what we were talking about. Although this is like a really fun topic, I'm enjoying it. But like that's why we started a little bit later. So if you see people yawn, that would be why. We do say we are caffeine chapters in chaos, but we tend to record too late for most of us to drink caffeine.
Friday, I'm
but
having
I promise,
coffee.
I promise we actually do like caffeine. We're just too old to drink it in the middle of the night.
I'm so old that I'm like not at a club being like, hey, it's Friday and I'm, drinking a margarita or whatever. No, I'm freaking 34 going, guys, I'm drinking coffee on a Friday and it's 9.
Reading our books because that's what I want to do. I want to sit at home on a Friday night, drink my caffeine, and stay up way too late reading my books. And I'm gonna bring us back on topic with that, okay? Because the other one is binge reading versus savoring books. And that's what I be doing. I be binge reading sometimes because I can't put that book down, right? And I think binge reading can be like one of two things, right? Like binge reading that book or binge reading like Beebs with Cowboys, an entire series in a week. So It's like, I don't think.
Me and Sammy in the month reading our entire series. I read 7 books in 1 month.
Right.
That's like a goal. That's
Right.
a goal
That
for
was a lot
me.
of books. That was a lot of books, but because you
I've
enjoyed
never
it so
done
much,
that.
you binged it. But I don't think that binge reading means that you're not savoring it either. I don't agree with
Yeah.
that because like some people just read fast, and that doesn't
It
mean
took
they're
me a
not
whole freaking month.
taking it in and enjoying it.
I
But
feel, I don't know. I'm kind of like I've been binge reading this year. Like I think I've read already way more. I'm already past my goal for the year. And I'm gonna be like like double my goal by the end of the year. But I do feel like, see, I have ADHD and I feel like I don't always retain it. And I feel like if I read too much or like like I'm so upset that like if I start a series that's not finished and then I read a bunch of books in between and then the next one comes out, I feel like I have to like go back and recap because I forgot. I forgot what the hell was going on, right?
Mhm.
So
I feel like there's two different sides to binge reading. It's like, why are you binge reading? Are you binge reading because you just can't get enough of it, or you want to know how it ends or it's gonna go, or are you literally binge reading just to hit a goal and to count a number or a tick on your sheet? Like,
Because last year, I set my goal for 100 books and I got burnt out so fast and I slumped so hard towards the end of the year because I was pushing so hard to read so many books in a month that I couldn't. I got to a point where I couldn't read anymore. And I feel like to Sammy's point, that happens a lot of times when you do binge read or like binge an entire series, all of a sudden you're kind of, and it doesn't have to be long, but you're like in a slump where you're like not reading, or it takes you a little bit to pick up that next book. Sometimes it's because the way the book's ended. Thank you, K.A. Lindy. Sometimes it's because like the book was just so good and you're like, I don't even know what to read next. Like I'm still stuck in that book. But I do think that binge reading can lead to slumps a lot of times.
it can.
especially in the genre of fantasy.
Yeah, like in G. Bailey's the Fall Shifter series. Like I loved the series. I freaking glorify it, 5 stars a lot of the books. But like mentally,
I 5-starred every book.
yeah, like I know I pretty much 5-starred every book in that series. But like I think I did only 4-star one, but like the majority of it for me was like I devoured it because I liked it. Like I'm a binge watcher of movies. I binge TV shows. Like I've watched entire seasons in a matter of an entire night. Like it's just
if it's good, I won't stop.
Yeah, so that was like me with that. But I feel like there's times though where binge reading, yes, it will get like how it like I had to read a short novella because I was like, I had to read a less than 200-page book because I could not do a normal size of a book. My brain was just not going to have the capacity to take a whole other story. And I also read a book to a series. I read Nikki St. Crow's last book. So that was an easy read for me because it was like the end of a series I already know about. My brain already knows about that world. Yeah. So like it's fine. It's adapted to leaving it. And now I had to go back and now I left it again. So
if I'm like slumping really hard, I will always reread an Aubrey book because I know I love it. I've read them more than once. I kind of already know what's going to happen. Yeah. So I can I binge it. Like I get through it really quickly. Because I love it, but because I know I love it, right? I can read through it instead of slumping. And then it gets me back in the groove of like, okay, let's get some books. But I do agree that there with Beebs on that there's different types of binge reading, and if you're like just doing it for a goal, I do feel like you end up not savoring them as much.
Absolutely.
And you just like, I've realized I'm a major binge reader. You guys all know this, but it's because I get so into it and I need to know, but I equally savor it just as much. But like my max is 4 consecutive of a series. So like as an example, Throwing a Glass, that's 8 books. I did the first 4 and then waited like 3 to 4 months before I started the next 4.
True.
I think the sweet spot in a series is 4 books, to be 3 to 4. sometimes 5, but I feel like that's a good sweet spot because at some point, yeah, you get a little burnt out and staying in that same world. I would like to know, Beebs, how many times you cried reading this week, though, because I feel like we just haven't brought that up in any episodes yet, and I need our, well, we have talked that we have mentioned you're a crier, but not all just sad cries, you guys. Like, anything in these books can make her cry. And I just need to know.
Week only once.
You haven't made it very far in the one you're in, huh?
No.
Yeah. You're going to cry in this one. I'm so sorry. That will be my fault.
But that's this week.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Last week was another story.
True.
2 hands or more? Last week. More than 10? Less than 10.
At least one. At least one hand.
At least one hand. Not one finger, one hand.
Okay, anyways. Do you want to tell our viewers / listeners, whichever way that you're consuming this right now, what game we're going to play?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, sorry, guys. I'm tired and my brain
Don't
is just like...
sound so excited. Jeez.
Yeah. We want our listeners to play with us.
Out.
Wow.
Not excited.
Play along, you guys. We promise.
It's like, I guess. You're worse than me right now. And I thought I was pretty bad.
Okay, so we're going to play a little game called Red Flags, Green Flags. So basically the way it's going to work is we're going to each say out a trope. We'll go in alphabetical order again. Beebs. Myself.
I was like, wait, who's first?
We have green books and red books, you guys. I want to preface that we don't think that these books are red flags. It's just that they're red.
No, yeah,
we
just
love
the
these
color
books.
of red and green. So we're not going to, let's not say.
And we want you to play along. So in the comments, tell us if it is green or red for you.
Yeah. So basically the way we're going to do it is we're going to say a trope or like a preference of like a style of the type of tropes that you like or whatever.
Right. Or something a character might say.
Yeah. Or a character is done if you can remember something that a character has done. Which for me is a very hard thing. It takes me a few minutes to remember. So I'd have to think on it. What is Beebs mouthing over there?
I'm ready, babes. You're first in the alphabet.
Slapping.
I know that we get this confused every week, but...
Listen, I forget my name.
I blame it on her being from Florida.
It's late, you guys.
Sammy's just like, I love you. That's it.
This is why we love you. All right. Hit us with the first one.
Okay. Who did this to you?
Yeah.
Pick one, girl.
I know, she's like 50-50.
So let's just preference for those on Spotify. We've all pretty much put up a green flag. So
yeah, I was going to say, please go to if you want to watch what color we're holding. It might be weird for your awkward
so that
silence.
way on Spotify.
They just to listen and then go watch.
Right. Play along is what we said. But like, obviously, I want a guy who's going to go like burn the world for me. So who did this to you is just part of that, you know? All right, Tell. Do you have one?
Yeah, I guess. So touch her and die.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that to me because that was mine. I don't have one anymore, by the way.
You have time. You're last.
I got nothing.
So we've all.
I love that you showed the back of that book, Sammy. That was perfection. You're like this.
So this is going to be very specific. It's something a character does. Beebs, however, is the only one who's read it with me. But this character has the ability to make it silent to where nobody else can hear the shenanigans, and then they get down and dirty in a library. So silencing the outsiders so that nobody can hear you. So you can have fun wherever you want.
Green books all around.
I mean, I just
make the next book green.
That is such a
Anyway.
talent.
Um,
I'm like waiting for a red flag to pop up at this point. We've all
I'm
been
trying to
doing
think of something that would be a red flag.
something controversial.
Forced marriages.
Ah,
I'm
late to
not.
that,
I
but it's a
like.
red flag.
I don't know because I love a good like marriage. That's hard. I would
Forced or
rather
arranged?
Forced.
forced. Okay, forced red. Forced
Okay,
red.
so I feel like
I like
forced
a good marriage
marriage
of
is a
convenience.
When she is not, no, don't want it, can't have
You don't
it.
force nothing around
I'm
here.
in love
Yeah.
with somebody else.
the only force I'm going with is like forced proximity. Like that's it. So
Beebs,
red
do you have
flags.
another one? Were you thinking this entire time? Because it's your turn again.
Do I have a red one?
No, do you have another one in
Any.
general?
Oh,
Be red.
I was like, do I have a red one? I don't know. I mean, the only red one I can think of is certain nicknames, but we've already talked about that one. Mm,
I'm surprised Sammy didn't say age gap.
mm.
I was waiting for her to say that. Yeah.
Red flag. Red book, sorry. We gotta change it to red book, not red flag.
Right.
I can't even say that is a red flag because I've read that book.
It doesn't have to be a red flag. It could be a
No,
green
I
flag.
thought of something that, like, in real life would be like a red flag, but then I was like, wait, I enjoyed the book that.
Yeah, like what's a trope that you think might be a little controversial? Some people like it, some people don't. Might be a little red flaggy.
The pregnancy trope.
Ooh,
I
red
I
book, red book.
I don't like the pregnancy trope, but I don't know if it's like a red flag. I've read books that I like it in. I have. I personally would be my worst nightmare to have an accidental pregnancy, but like I'm okay with it in a book.
Well, accidental though I feel like is a little different.
Yeah.
But
Now,
if it's
like breeding kinks and stuff like that, nah, we're red all the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
no.
Tell. Her little dark romance girly over there. She's got to have some that are borderline.
Oh, there's
I feel like people are thinking hard right now. I want to know our viewers, listeners, drop some in the comments for us to like
yeah,
answer.
Oh, revenge
Are we like
trope.
overthinking this?
No,
Mhm.
revenge trope in dark romance. Like
What's that mean?
I mean, I don't really read dark romance, so I'm just
so
gonna
like
go
the
red.
male or female like we'll get like so kind of like in the book what's it called? Shit. The one with the nails and the apple and the hand.
Oh, the Mind Freak series?
Yes, that's revenge in some books. Like 'cause she goes after the
Oh, well, it depends.
I'm like,
Depends on what the revenge is for. What did the person do?
like,
Honestly, if it's revenge, I'm probably here for it because I think we've all wanted to.
I feel like we're in the in betweens for
I feel like this is an easy red flag is the cheating trope.
Oh yes.
Why does it exist?
Red
Why
book
is there
all
a
the way.
cheating trope?
Okay, I got one that's not necessarily like a trope or anything, but like loyalty without like and Beebs, you know what I'm talking about because of what I'm reading right now. Like the loyal without the love. They're like already being loyal. Are you talking?
I don't even know who to read.
We just talked about this before the episode started.
Oh, Yeah.
Like the loyalty before the love is even there. Like
Loyalty in general, you're getting a green book from me.
yeah,
Like loyalty,
absolutely.
100% of the time.
So basically, what Sammy is kind of talking about is Stark and Mirren.
Ooh.
The loyalty before, like,
The romance, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that book, Dire Bound, Fury Bound. I need more. Give me more right now. I don't want to wait till next year. It's really stupid. Beebs, it is back to you already somehow.
what about, like, the whole cliche of, like, fated mates?
That's a hard one. Fated mate. You know,
I feel like it can go both ways.
It can go both ways, right? And I think these books prove it, right?
Green book.
But I think like when it's like accepted, like definitely green flag for me.
I don't like when it's like Fated Mates is written just for it to be like rejected and there's like this bullying aspect because I'm not a fan of the bully
I
trope
was
anyway.
gonna say the bully trope. Yeah, I was gonna put that one in there because
Bully trope.
Absolutely not. Ugh, hate it. Don't care.
like okay, so I have so technically Leave Me Behind has a little bit of that in it, but like it was for a specific reason. So I find like I'm not justifying that in that, but like I did enjoy a little bit of that in that.
That
But
okay.
not fully. I still had problems with that.
Because
I
you
feel
brought
like-
that book, it made me think of Mariposa, and that makes me want to say like ex-boyfriend's dad as
So
my
I'm
next
just
one.
gonna go read book like this, and then I'm gonna go a little bit like that and just put my book a tiny bit.
Yeah, I think I'm with Till on that one where I'm like, it really depends.
That in that trope though, a lot of times the authors are writing like something the boy ex-boyfriend is so freaking terrible and even the dad agrees and like calls him out for it. So far from the ones I have read, I'm sticking to green, but I can understand where there's red.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think I've ever read anything like that, but I would have to say no.
10-year age gap. Red book. Sorry.
It depends though. Is it like 30, 40 or is the girl like 19 and 29? You know what I mean? Like I feel like again, it just kind of depends, like mostly red, but like there are some decent age gap ones where it's done right. Let's see. I'm just gonna throw some random ones out there now. I was trying to think of like more than just tropes, but like things that they actually do or say. And for some reason, I don't know if you guys have seen the show Good Girls, but I'm sure you've seen the Get in the Car, Elizabeth. All over everywhere. And that was in my brain. I'm like, get in the car, Elizabeth.
I don't like being told what to do, but I also like being told.
Yeah.
That's the part though. It's like I'm actually stubborn as shit, but I would fall in the car. It's like that video where the person dives through the open window of the car.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Let's see. What's a good one to do? Like Black Cat, Golden Retriever, whenever that's in a book.
Like Grumpy Sunshine?
Yeah, but they call it two different things. There's Grumpy Sunshine and then there's Black Cat Golden Retriever. Is it not the same thing? Can we talk about that? Is that not the same thing? Is it different? Like
I don't know. I haven't read enough romance to know.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't feel like that's the same thing though. Because
I feel like it's because Black Cat is normally the female character.
Yeah, usually when people say grumpy, they always think the male character, and then when say sunshine, they think female character. If you're saying Black Cat, she's more the aggressor, than the boy's more the sunshine concept is the golden retriever. That's
I
where I
think
feel
when
like
we
that
talk about golden
switch.
retrievers, yeah, because when you talk about golden retrievers, I think usually it's the main male character, but a female character can be grumpy and he could be the sunshine. It's the
I
same concept, it's
Yeah,
just
I
different
think it's
words.
just TikTok kind of made their like with the tropes thing kind of went in that
Yeah.
direction of making that. No
Can
offense,
we
it's just like to anyone on TikTok. Like we do TikTok, so it's like
can
but
we
like
just say is it
as a
controversial to just say
TikToker, like
TikTok?
that's what I feel like it literally is that we've created such in the community such a freaking amount of being able to just name tropes on our own, and unfortunately that's what happens.
Book talk. That's the next one.
Book talk. It used to be great. It used to be,
There's a
but
tiny bit of
now
green.
it's.
There's a tiny green in there, but there is some ridiculousness.
Like I'm
There you
sorry,
go.
but like
This
I'm gonna say
cancel culture.
oh
Unless
that's
they
when
really
it's
deserve
just
to be canceled. There are things where people deserve to
Oh,
be
there
canceled.
are, but not
Yes.
everything. Look, just move on, bitches.
It's like the same thing as the
people
don't yuck someone else's yum, right? Just because you love dark romance doesn't mean dark romance is crap because I don't read it, right? Like
Listen,
it's
we
that same
don't-
concept. I'm not gonna go
We're gonna
on a
get
rant.
PG here for a minute, y'all. So let's just put it this way: we don't tell you how to have sex and what positions are best for you. So you keep your opinions to yourselves, and that's how we play nice, people. Like all dropped and said straight up. But that's how some people really do. No, people need to realize in the book community lately how bad things are getting.
I want to know other people's red and green flags. The last one I was gonna say was just like real people on the cover, versus like what today's world is. Beeps immediately. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty common that most people don't like real people on the covers, but I feel like authors really like that, so I don't want to like yuck their yum, but get out of each other's litter boxes apparently, and we all desperately need to go to bed. So that is going to conclude today's episode of Caffeine, Chapters, and Chaos. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to leave your answers in the comments.
Please.